Book TV is asking, what are you reading?
David Keene, founder and president of the American Conservative Union. What are you reading?
Well, when I'm not reading books about fly fishing, which is what I spend a lot of my time doing, I'm reading a lot of political books and a lot of novels. The most impressive book that I've read in recent days is Amity Shlaes' book, The Forgotten Man, which is a reinterpretation of the Depression years and the Roosevelt administration. And I'm also going back and reading some things that I've read a long time ago but haven't read recently, like The Road to Serfdom by Friedrich Hayek. And as your viewers know, in his book of some years ago, Daniel Yergin, in the book Commanding Heights, said that the decision to publish the American version of The Road to Serfdom back in the late 1940s by the Reader's Digest may have been the most important publishing decision of the latter part of that century.
Are there other authors from contemporary authors or authors from the past that you would recommend to conservative viewers?
I always recommend Charles Murray, who's got some recent books. And there are a lot of policy books out, and those are important for people that are interested in those specialties. Today I'm trying to read a number of these authors, and forgive me if I don't remember their names, but you've got all these books on all the sort of the high-tech communications revolution, the internet, and all this. Some of them by my friends on the left, as opposed to folks that I get along with most of the time. I'm one who tries to read everything that I can get my hands on, and I recommend that to everybody else. And when I'm traveling, I read a lot of novels, a lot of mystery novels and things of that sort. And one thing that I think is important is that even in an age when you're looking at your computer screen, that the feel of turning pages in a book is something that's hard to surpass.
Who were before you founded the ACU, who were some of the conservative philosophers that you read and felt attuned to?
Well, you know, it's interesting because if you go back, a lot of people will mention Friedrich Hayek's book, The Road to Serfdom. Actually, the most important early book that I read was a different book by Friedrich Hayek called The Constitution of Liberty. And interestingly, I was involved in politics, and I'd read the Goldwater's book and others at that time. But I went to high school in Wisconsin, and the school library had ordered The Constitution of Liberty, thinking that it was a book about constitutional interpretation, discovering that it was, upon its arrival, that it was by Hayek, and that it was not consistent with the perceived wisdom of the day, decided to essentially ban it and not put it on the shelves. The librarian knew that I liked to read and that I was interested in politics and these kinds of things, gave me that book. And it was probably the most influential book that I had read up to that point, and maybe even beyond that, and I've still got the book.
For schedule information and descriptions of our programs, log on to booktv.org. You can click on the Viewer Input tab and email us. Tell us what you're reading and what you think of our programs.